Evening campers, it's your boy Kieran. Are you staying hydrated? Because I know I don't stay hydrated when I watch hours and hours of YouTube. So go to the kitchen, get yourself a glass of water and stay hydrated. Don't make me come through the internet and punch you. I have a drama degree, who am I kidding? I can't punch anything. Before we actually start the TBR tag, I really think it's worthwhile mentioning that this channel is moving towards 500 subscribers, which is a little bit mind-boggling at times. Honestly, I could not have got where I am without people giving shout-outs to this channel. I would like to give a little bit of a prefix to this, which is, even though I'd like you to check every single channel out and subscribe to all of them, and some of you may do, what I would like everyone who views this is just to click on the channels, and in the comments, you don't even have to reference me, but just say hello or hi, or just the little wave emoticon. Everyone loves the little wave emoticon. I thought it would be a nice little touch that as I'm approaching 500 and I'd like at least 10% of my audience to go and view these channels, I've picked 4 channels that are under 50 subscribers that I think deserve all the love in the world. So we'll start from the low subscribers to the top. Firstly, we have Sally Paradise, who has 5 subscribers. She has 5, she just deserves more. Okay, so if you're interested in the Beat Generation or the Beatniks, or you've read Ellie Kerouac, Burroughs, Ginsberg, and you want to learn more, just go over to her channel. She's like really in depth, she's really precise about the Beatnik, and she like clearly knows her stuff. Secondly, we have Anne, who has 24 subscribers, and I was pissed when he said that he might do more on his blog rather than his YouTube channel. And I personally want to stop that from happening. With Dan, it's really clear, I just want people to go over and request the boy's life review he promised. I haven't even read the book. I don't even know what the book's about, but he promised that he will do the boy's life review. Thirdly, we have Freshly Read Books at 26 subscribers. I've just had really good chats with her. I've just had really good chats. She's really open, she's really engaging. Please just check her out and say hello. She's done recently one of my tags as well, so maybe I'm a little bit biased. Fourthly, that's not a word, I'm new to the masters in English. No, sound confident, Kieran, you can get away with this. Fourthly, we have the Literary Niterary, who has, okay, she has 57 subscribers, but my channel is my rules, I don't care. I'll keep it brief, I'll keep it frank. Just because the username rhymes, I was sold it off the back. But what she's really interested in looking in is plays, it seems so, which really like appeals to the drama student in me. But there's definitely a focus on LGBT writing, and there's a lot of literature, a lot of plays, a lot of works that I've never heard of. So please, for channel, go over, just say hi. It takes 2 seconds. Now let's get into the tag. I was tagged by Greg from Supposedly Fun. You've probably heard of him, but if you haven't, please do check him out. Similar to me with the Booker Prize, he's doing all the Pulitzers. So if you're interested in reading some goddamn good literature, Greg's is your boy. Just like Greg's done in his tan. I've written down the questions but not actually thought about any of the answers, so this could be utterly shambolic, but please know that the good book drill will not be working today because these are to be read books. I don't know if they're good or not. That's what you're probably going to tell me in the comments. Tell me, oh, you should have read this. Oh, you should have read that. I know. I know I need to read quicker, but I can't. I just can't. A bit of a camera angle change, but it's because the first question is how do I keep a track of the TBR pile? And that is because these are the TBR shelves. You've probably seen the ones upstairs. They are books that I am going to keep and that are read. There's also the Man Booker to be read section there, but I thought I'd stay away from the Man Book section for now. So these 2 shelves can only contain books that I have not read. Once these shelves are completely like to the brim, I can't buy any more books, because it just got like a little bit crazy in this house at one time. So I thought, let's do less and gain more of an output. So that's kind of like how I keep track of everything. The second question is my TBR mostly in print or ebook? All print. I spend so much time like on a screen. I think if I was to read on a screen, I would just like have no time off. I quite enjoy reading on the page. The third question is, how do I determine which book from the TBR will be read next? And I have this wonderful, beautiful, streamlined process, which is I ask my wife to choose. It's literally as simple as that. I'll go, I need to read a book, pick one. And she comes and normally goes, this. I just read it. I just read it. That's actually the same for my Mann Booker TBR as well. Obviously with starting booktube, I'm doing a lot more buddy reads and there's a lot of people who are requesting books. But before then, I would just ask my wife just to pick a book for me and I'll just read it. It kind of like, it's just easier. It's just a heck of a lot easier. If you haven't tried it, just ask someone to just pick a book. It's brilliant. It's like the best thing ever because you never know what you're going to get. Question 4 is, what book on your TBR has been there the longest? I actually don't know this one based on these shelves. I believe it is this lovely edition of Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson, which I would have got in 2016 when I nicked this from my ex-housemate's bookshelves because she refused to pay rent one day and I had to fork out for an extra £500. So yeah, how much was this book? It was 20 quid, apparently 20 quid. So technically I paid 500 for it. I'm still bitter. Just a little bit bitter over there. If you're watching this video, I'm really not sorry. You should have just paid your rent. I think that's the beauty of university. It kind of forces you to move in with people who you never would have moved in with, like, logically. But you just do, and stuff happens. And I got a book out of it. Bye. Like, even just remembering this, I'm like getting like quite like pent up angry about it because it was just this whole kerfuffle. I was just pay your rent. Just pay your damn rent. It happens every month. You can't forget about it. Just pay your rent. Just pay your rent. God, you could tell I'm Jewish because that's such a little Jewish thing to say. The next question. What book have you recently added to the TBR? Now, I know this one. I know we weren't going to talk about Man Bookers, but the one that came through my letterbox, the most recent, is Julia Barnes' A Sense of Never. But let's just get rid of that one, because we're not talking about the Booker. This is a Booker-free zone. Therefore, the one that isn't Booker-related would be The Waves by Virginia Woolf, which I mentioned in my June book haul that I commented on one of Claire Fenby's videos, saying, why should I read this? Because I'm really not interested. And yeah, she just commented like straight away. I was like, yeah, I'll do. I didn't realize how short The Waves is. How many pages is it? Oh, footnotes. Oh. Says the person who loves Infinite Jest. Get over yourself, Kieran. Yeah, 177 pages. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. I think I'll be good. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. Probably never. You can go there for now. Question 6 is, name a book on your TBR that you bought specifically because of its beautiful cover. This wasn't even like a hard one. It's Candidew by Voltaire. This was like in this Cardiff used bookstore. Oh, look at that. Banging. Yeah, I bought this in this Cardiff used bookstore and it's just lovely. I don't know if some copies of Candidew or if all copies have these like pictures, but they're just beautiful. And oh, it's like a little gold there. How much is this? I paid £20 for it. I think another contender would be Umberto Echoes the Mysterious Flame of Queen Loana, which it's beautiful. I apologise for any kids watching. Go to bed, brush your teeth. The next question is, name a book on the TBR that you have no plan on reading. I think, again, Voltaire by Candidew. I'm just not interested in it. Are there any others? No, I don't think there are any others. I just think it's this, but it's beautiful. How could anyone turn this down for a mere £20? I probably could have a month ago. The next question is, name an unpublished book on your to be read that you're excited for. Inception by Oscar Uyanik. Now, I studied with Oscar when I was doing my MA in English literature, so I personally know him and it's his debut book. And I'm just really excited. I've said this before, I don't know anyone who has published a book, like at all. So I'm just really excited for him. So that's coming out soon. I think it's like the next 3 weeks. So very much looking forward to getting my hands on that. Question 9 is name a book you feel that everyone has read. Where is it? It is The Colour Purple by Alice Walker. Now, I have a history with The Colour Purple in the fact that I moved schools for sixth form to do my A-levels, and we read the first chapter of The Colour Purple, and I decided I'm not doing English after reading that. Everyone tells me I should read it. Everyone has read it. I say it's great, but I still, 10 years, have not. I've just not. I'll come around to it, but this is the copy that was in school. So it's got like all like the annotations in. Like a lot of annotations. Like way too many annotations. There's a spider. Truffnetti's innocent. Alice Walker is being savagely ironic. Colonialism meets exploitera. Don't know, what else is in here? This was just got a middle finger. But what does it say? But how can you be there? There's so much we don't understand. There's so much unhappiness because of the love and Merry Christmas to you. Fuck off. This is great. Question 10, name a book everyone recommends you. This is before YouTube, but the amount of people who would read this book or message me directly saying, hey, I've just read The Wasp Factory, you need to read it, it sounds like a book for you, was slightly worrying. I don't know if my tastes have changed, but I know when I was in university I used to read a lot of like gritty, in-your-face literature. I wouldn't say I've like refined my tastes since then, but they've definitely changed. If you've read this book, let me know if I should read it. I think that's the easiest way. The penultimate question is name a book that you are dying to read. It comes with a caveat that I'm going to mention 3, technically 2 books. So the first books are Goethe's Faust. I know nothing really about Goethe's Faust or the story, but I enjoy Marlowe's Dr. Faustus, and I really want to see where Goethe has taken this. Look, the guy spent 60 years of his life writing one book. If that doesn't say, and it's a masterpiece. But once I finish these, I will be straight away jumping into Thomas Mann's Dr. Faustus. And I say that because once I've got my head around Faust, I want to see where Thomas Mann is taking the story, and I feel if I have too big of a gap, the parallels might be missed, or I don't know. I just want to read them. I think they're just going to be really good. They're going to be really challenging, but I think they're going to be really good. But like, if you've read these, let me know, because I'm like pumped to read some of this. Side note, I'm like really keen to get into Goethe, especially young Goethe, because I found out that like once people read that book, there was like a huge like suicide movement because Goethe kills himself at the end for his unrequited love, and people just used to like dress up as this like old character and just kill themselves. Like how could a book do that? Like it has to be like beyond beyond like anything that I've read. And the last question is how many books are on my TBR. I'm gonna guess there's 50. Let's count. There's 83. There's 83 books. Ooh, that's quite a lot. Like, I don't know how many I read in a year, but that's basically like 2 years of my life. If I didn't buy anything else and I just read these, I'd say that'd be 2 years. Oh, that's a bit weird, isn't it? That's scary. Yeah, so I'd be like 28, coming up to 30. Jesus Christ, the fragility of life there, isn't it? I could die before then. Apart from that, if you're interested in doing this, please do. But definitely go into it unprepared, like I did. I think it was more fun that way. It wasn't, it was horrific. Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing.